There is perhaps nothing more heartbreaking, nothing so deflating than hearing those tragic words. You missed it. Oh, you missed it. Whether it's the last second shot that wins the game, the flash of a shooting star across the night sky, or the first words that come from the mouth of your child, to miss that unrepeatable event, not captured by cameras and only weakly described by the words of others, can be utterly devastating. We don't want to miss anything. You know, in the last Super Bowl, CBS used 115 cameras to record that game so that no one would miss any inch or any second of the action. I think it's hilarious now that there are apps and websites that tell us when is the best time to use the restroom during a movie so that you don't miss the best part. It's mind-blowing. We should, never mind. And these days it seems that nearly everything that we do, everything that happens on this earth, so be careful what you do, eventually lands in the endless vaults of YouTube so that nothing gets missed. We hate missing things. But the Apostle Thomas, for him there was no recording of that great event that happened when Jesus appeared to the 10 locked in the upper room. The only evidence at his disposal was the joy and the shock on the faces of his brothers as they described what it was like to see Jesus pass through the locked door of their self-made prison. And for Thomas, it wasn't enough. He wanted indisputable video evidence that Jesus had in fact risen and had appeared to his friends. And Thomas isn't alone in this. This is what we all want. We who are Christians, we who believe in the person of Jesus, we want this moment when we see the Lord present, this moment when we know that it is He who is risen from the dead, who has come back for us. Thomas represents the desire of all of us, not just to hear the story of Jesus, but to have the experience of seeing Him, of meeting Him in a tangible way, so that our certainty can grow. And this isn't just what we want, but it's what Jesus wants for us. He wants to meet us along the way. And this is an incredible thing, especially for our young people who will receive Jesus in First Communion for the first time today. No longer does Jesus say, as he said to Thomas, put your fingers in my hands and put your hand in my side. Instead, now Jesus says, put your hands out so that I can be placed in them. Open your mouth so that I can enter into you in communion. This is incredible what Jesus says to us. It is an incredible gift that Jesus gives to us in the church. Jesus is saying to us, I don't just want to be around you. I don't just want to kind of be hanging out with you. I want to be one with you. I want to be inside you. I want to dwell with you forever. This is how much Jesus wants to be with us, not just in good times, not just when everything is nice and rosy and there are butterflies and flowers and we're wearing nice dresses and nice sharp ties, not just in these moments, but in moments of temptation, in moments of pain, in moments when we are struggling and alone. In those moments, Jesus wants us to know that we are not alone. He is with us. He is with us, and He will never abandon us. And all that He asks of us is that we put ourselves in front of Him. All He asks is that we show up with a heart that is longing for Him, a heart that wants Him. And this isn't just about the Eucharist. Friends, this is about life. Every day, Jesus says to us, look, just wake up and live and look for me, and I will make myself known. All we have to do is keep our eyes open to the presence of Jesus, because he comes to each of us differently. He will not come to us in the same way that he came to St. Faustina in 1931 when he revealed this beautiful image of divine mercy that he asks her to share with the entire world. Jesus won't come to us in the same way that he came to St. Francis of Assisi when he said to him, "Francis, rebuild my church and forsake your wealth." Jesus will come to us in a way that is unique to us, as unique as our personalities and as unique as the longing of our hearts are. Because Jesus wants us to know that he loves us personally, so that every time we come to receive communion and we say amen, what we are saying is, I believe that you are coming to me. I believe that you died for me. I believe that you rose for me. I believe that you gave yourself for me, personally. Little me, who seems so small and insignificant, that you came to me. That's why we say amen. Because we believe that he knows us personally and that he gives himself to us personally. So in the end, he comes so that we can be changed in our relationship with him, and so that we can witness that change to our brothers and sisters. And we have to be careful about how we do this. There's a fine line between witnessing to what has happened to us and rubbing it in, that we saw something extraordinary that you didn't see. You know, it's the difference between being a witness of the faith and being a jerk, quite frankly. Because a jerk will happily tell you what they saw and how much better it makes them because they saw it and you didn't. We don't want to be like that, friends. We want to be witnesses. Witnesses who say, something happened that changed me, and I want it to happen to you, so come and see. This is what a witness does. And so all of us, whether it is our first communion or our 1,000th communion, all of us are called to be changed by the one that we receive, so that we go to our friends and our family and we say, look, you have to meet Jesus. You have to meet this man. You have to receive this man who changes my life, who gives me new hope and new joy. This is what we celebrate in the gift of this Eucharist. That Christ, in the same way that he changes bread and wine into his body and blood, that he also changes us from within to be more like him. And so let's ask the Lord today that we can be real witnesses of the faith and not jerks, not people who rub it in, but real witnesses who are willing to stand with confidence and say to others, I believe in Jesus. I love Jesus. And I want you to know him as well.